Hi, welcome. In this video, I'd like to take a couple minutes to talk about this issue of contentment and why it is that, how I think is probably somewhat different even in the mainstream, because my identity is not built on what I do. Okay, this is the thing. I think this is like an important point to help people understand where I'm coming from here a little bit, which helps me be able to hold on to, what the standard really is. Okay, not kind of selling out because you're trying to find fulfillment and identity in what you do. You're trying to elevate yourself, and this is really the problem with what's going on here, even why it's so difficult, I believe, based on society, how people think. And then, on top of that, the trainers, right now in this current culture of elevation of self, it's in direct opposition to what the relationship with dogs is supposed to be. The focus has shifted in such a dramatic fashion, I believe, that it's almost impossible to fix this problem until society in general begins to accept what the truth is and change. But again, this goes right to the same issue with trainers seeking that same type of thing. I mean, even this confusion in with so-called balanced training, I say very clearly, there's no such thing as that. Training is a relational changing process, but and then the issue of people trying to find the answers or accept what I say based on the fact that they're not motivated to, because in fact they're focused on themselves that way. So they're not incentivized to do that in the first place. So it really sets up this bad scenario, I believe, and the ability for people to hold true to what it is, what the relationship is and supposed to be, and helping others. But again, getting back to this issue of contentment, this is where, again, talk about identity, because really identity is a big issue here, I believe. Who you are, who you want to be. People are trying to fill that, the void, so to speak, and seeking identity through what they do. I mean, what I do doesn't define who I am. Okay, my faith is different that way. Who I'm putting my hope and trust in, and that's God, and it's Jesus Christ. So I want to be specific. Say the word God, it means a lot of things to a lot of people, but this isn't meant to say that because you don't have a relationship that way that you can't find answers. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that contentment is about identity. And so if you're in this culture, how this all sets up is really, it really goes part and parcel into that problem, because again, it's about relationships. It's relational. Ultimately, it is. You even look at this problem with, I talk about response and motives and beyond appearances. We go beyond appearances. It's deeper than that. It's relationship. It's not some robotic script which people want to make it out to be, but then it's still relational, because those who deny what training is, it's still relational. But now it's all about them. Do you understand? Like, it's so funny. A lot of stuff to me is so profound. If you really go deep, and there's so much depth here. I mean, there really is, but people just don't see it. They don't want to see it. And there's trade-offs, and there's about surrenders, all these different things. But anyway, just so people understand, it's about my faith. I can see things and do things and be fine, because not get frustrated, because that's who I am and what it's about. So anyway, just something to think about. And just doing this video on my way to my next session. But I'll talk more about my faith here in coming videos. I mean, You know, people can make their own decisions. But definitely, in this culture right now, you know, my question is, what are you standing on? I mean, you know, if you're seeking answers or seeking something, it is about identity, whether you think it is or it isn't. There's so many problems here, but that's what's really going on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.